Hey, what's up, YouTube? Casual Brews, back with another craft beer review. This time, I'm going to be doing something a little different. Going to be doing a 2-for-1 on behalf of Neighbourhood Brewing. Neighbourhood Brewing, we're going to start with their Way of Life Hazy IPA, followed by their Sunshine City Passion Fruit Wheat Ale. Something a little different. Yeah, Neighbourhood Brewing, they're in Penticton, BC. They're partnered with Yellow Dog Brewing in Port Moody. You can find their beers on tap there, I believe, still. And actually, the liquor store that I went to actually had their cans both in singles and in 4-packs of these two. So yeah, I figured I'd get one of each, give them a try. Yeah, so see how it goes. I'll try one first and then the other after that. So I guess I'll have to this is smaller, at least it's not, I usually do the taller can, so this is just like a 355 ml one, so a little less of a chore to have to drink the whole thing. Okay, so this is the Way of Life Hazy IPA. Figured start with the one that I'm probably gonna prefer, would think. A little easier to have to drink the whole can before moving on to the next one. A little bit of foam, kind of standard color. It looks a little lighter and then looks a little more clear, a little lighter in color than some hazies you find. 6.9%. It's a 55 IBU, which is maybe a little higher than you usually come across for a hazy IPA. It's got Amarillo hops, Citra, big notes of papaya, pineapple, and mandarin orange. Interesting. Okay. Ooh. I definitely get a lot of the orange. Quite a heavy orange flavor on first sip. Very juicy. A little different than maybe some hazies. It's very smooth. Yeah, it doesn't have a huge boozy taste to it. Yeah, I mean, I like this one, honestly. It's got, definitely is orange forward. You get a little bit of that pineapple too. Doesn't have one flavor that really like hits you extremely hard. It's kind of well balanced, I feel like. A lot of different flavors going on here. I like this one quite a bit. But yeah, for a 6.9%, it's got a slightly lighter body to it even. Yeah, honestly, this is one of the better hazies that I've tried recently, and reviewed as well. Yeah, I'm just kind of humming and hawing on a score. At least I gotta drink the whole thing before I do the next one, so it gives me a little more time to come up with a score. It's been a while since I've recorded a craft beer review, honestly. The last one I just posted today, didn't record it a while back, but I was just between being busy and making like football content and that, and I don't have the greatest internet, so it takes a little while to upload videos, so I've kind of been uploading more of my football stuff lately. Actually, so I recorded that 4 Winds double IPA, double Jux IPA review, I think like 5-6 days ago, and I just finally got around to uploading it today, so it's been a while since I recorded a beer review. I'm gonna probably pump them out here. I grabbed a few different single cans today, so I'm gonna pump out a few here over the next week or so, because coming in November, I'm going to try to do sober November. Even though I'm not drinking like craft beer, I still drink on a fairly consistent basis. Even just a casual couple beers here and there, right? Just cheap stuff. As much as I love craft beer, it's expensive to always buy, the good stuff, right? So sometimes I just want to buy like a cheap 12-pack of some half decent lager or pilsner just to have watching the football games. So yeah, I'm gonna try to pump out a few reviews here now because after Halloween, I'm gonna try to lay off the sauce for a little bit. Probably not the whole month because I got a trip planned towards the end of November. So might just give her a good 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, reset the body a little bit, and then go back at it from there. So if I can at least get a few videos recorded and then kind of spread them out maybe into the early part of November, yeah, that's what I'll probably do. Yeah, honestly, I like this one. It's up there with some of the better hazies that I've had, IPAs in general. It's very well balanced. It doesn't have one real strong flavor. I'd say the orange is probably the most prevalent, but you get a bit of that pineapple, that papaya. It's a very balanced, like, it's complex, it's balanced, a lot of different flavors. It's an enjoyable drink, and it tastes pretty light and smooth for being a 6.9%. Quite hoppy too, though, like not quite in like your bitter way, but just a lot of flavor here. I really like it. Some hazy IPAs kind of disappoint you because they're like very mellow, kind of just one flavor, and that's that. This is I really like this one, honestly. I'm gonna go up to 8.4 on this one. Really solid. I don't know, hard to find any real room for improvement. The only thing I would possibly say that doesn't get up towards a 9 would be like sometimes like when a beer is like a 9, like I don't know if I have like maybe 2 of them on my channel. It just like you drink first sip, it just like wows you, right? It doesn't quite have that wow factor, but it's still very, very solid. 8.4 out of 10. One of my better scores, I think. Yeah, I really like this one, honestly. Way of Life Hazy IPA by Neighbourhood Brewing. Just finish up the last couple sips here, and then I'll open up the next one. Yeah, real good, real solid beer. I think it's still on tap at Yellow Dog. Yeah, I'm not in that area anymore, or else I would love to go try it on tap and see how it compares. But try to make it out that way at some point in the next little while, or after my sober most of November. Yeah, it's really good. Okay. Ooh. Yep. Good way to start a day. Okay, so next I got the Sunshine City Passion Fruit Wheat Ale. Not sure what to expect here. Passion fruit's a good flavor. I mean, wheat ales are kind of hit or miss, honestly. Some are just like too fruity, it's too much for me. I don't know, but I do kind of like some. I reviewed the Trading Post wheat ale a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I didn't mind that one at all. That was pretty solid. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. 5.3%, 10 IBUs, pretty standard for a white beer. Obviously, I'm not going to drink this entire one. This will be one I'll probably sip on over the next, I don't know, hour or so. I'm going to be doing my Week 8 NFL preview. Going to be working on that here after this. So I'll probably sip on this one while doing that. Kind of dark bodied, actually. Almost looks exactly like the Way of Life. You can tell in the smell, though, it's a wheat beer. Like it's got that like kind of fruity aroma to it. It says it's got tart and mix of tart with exotic characteristics of passion fruit to create a summer elixir. Unfortunately, it's not quite summer anymore, but I'm sure this would have been, sure this kind of when they, released this one. Okay. Smells like almost like a sour. We'll see how it's, yeah, it smells almost like a sour. First sip kind of cleansed the palate of the last beer. Going different ends of the spectrum here. Yeah, honestly, definitely the passion fruit's real heavy. Like, you think about drinking like a passion tea lemonade from Starbucks or whatever. Kind of tastes like that, but boozy. Yeah, a little bit of that sour. Maybe it's the passion. Just the passion fruit itself is kind of like a little more of a sour fruit in a way. It literally tastes like drinking a kind of like a boozy passion tea lemonade. It's weird. It doesn't taste like your typical wheat ale. I mean, it kind of does, but like, compare it to like some of the mainstream ones, like, Shock Top and the white bottle 16 Kronenberg Blanc or whatever, 1664. It doesn't quite taste like that. Those are a little more like sweet and fruity. This is more like a soury. The passion fruit's like really heavily forward, though I can really taste it. It's really interesting, very unique. I don't really had a beer like this. Like I said, it's cut. I'm not a big sour guy. I don't like sours really, but I don't mind them if they're like subtle. I like this is kind of this tastes more to me like a sour, but like not overly like I'm drinking some sour that are just like disgusting because it's like just tastes like a candy, right? But this I don't mind this at all. Like this is another solid beer. Like I don't know what else Neighborhood Brewing has to offer, but I'm impressed by the first two I've tried so far. I really am. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind this at all. Um, yeah, I mean, it's real solid, real solid. This video's already dragged on now 12 minutes, so I'll kind of wrap it up here with a score. One more sip and then. I mean, yeah. This is not. I kind of like this. It's not up my alley, but it's not what I usually go for. But it's solid. I'm gonna go 7.7, 7.7. Like for a non-IPA, especially a wheat beer, borderline sour, which is not something I usually like. This is really good. It's a great score, 7.7. Like, almost was pushing even closer to an 8, but could just be preference. Like, I don't know. It's very solid. The only maybe thing I could say critique-wise, it doesn't almost even taste much like a beer per se. It tastes more of like a, I don't know. I don't know how to really describe it. It just tastes, it tastes like a boozy passion tea lemonade. So, yeah, 7.7 for the passion fruit wheat ale, 8.2 or 8.4 did I give it? I'm going to lose my mind here. Yeah, for the Way of Life Hazy IPA, 8.4. Yeah, 8.4. What am I saying? Yeah, two really good beers, honestly. Neighborhood Brewing from Penticton, but I think they're still on tap at Yellow Dog. I don't know which ones, but yeah, you can find them at liquor stores as well. First 2-for-1 review, and it went pretty well.